You know, we traveled all around the globe, and I have to say, I was going to say with Impossible except in Germany, but no. The Aussies are the rowdiest crowds we ever have found. You guys are awesome. This is such a privilege for us to be here. I can hardly believe that we are here. The way it came about, I mean, we hadn't played for a really, really long time, and Rick calls me up. We had this guy from Australia. His name is Dave Shank. And year after year, he would say, hey, why don't you come down under? And we'd say, maybe not this year. And just because, honestly, I feel very blessed. A lot of the people in this band that pass through our ranks are very, very talented people. They can do a lot of different things. I'm just honored to play with these guys. So it's just hard to get people together. But this year, Rick calls me up a while back and he says, you know, that guy from Australia, Dave Shank, he sent another email. And I think I want to do it this year. Of course, I said, is this Rick Florian? I mean, but you know what? I felt something. And he obviously felt something. I felt like a spirit wind was blowing through my heart. And I felt like we are supposed to be here. And I feel like you are supposed to be here. And not just for us. You may be here for Jars of Clay. You could be here for anybody. There's so much wonderful talent here. But I believe you're supposed to be here. Dave from Adelaide, you and I are walking down the street. Early in the morning, I'm taking a walk. You and I are the only guys in the street. And you run into me? I think you're supposed to be here. And last night you told me your story, Dave. You were supposed to be here. Rod, man, from New Zealand, you're supposed to be here, man. And I feel like I just asked the Lord at that point. I said, because this makes no sense. Band rises from the dead after how many years? You know? And I said, Lord, what do you want us to say to them? And I very clearly felt him say, tell them to rise. Now I feel of all the joy that we can have playing with these guys together, making music, to me, my personal greatest joy is this is the day before the world forever changed. Because the man who was God cared enough to come down here and die for us. And what I feel like I need to tell you is I need to tell myself is you can rise. You can rise. Now maybe you came here with your wife and things haven't been so great lately and you're wondering how you can change, and I'm here to tell you, you can rise. Or you're going to your school and you feel like, oh gosh, man, nobody gets me, nobody understands me. You can rise. You can't rise because I told you. You can rise because he rose. It's the only reason. And here's why I feel so confident telling you that. On Sunday night, when Jesus was in the upper room and he appeared, and they said, the disciples were afraid. They had the doors locked for fear of the Jews. Now, it wasn't the Jews, the nation of Israel. It was the religious people they were scared of. But he showed them his hands. He showed them his side. And then he says the most amazing scene. He says, he breathed on them and he said, receive the Holy Spirit. And the very next thing he says is, whoever sins, you forgive or forgiven. And whoever sins retained, you are retained. The road to the cross is paved with the stones of forgiveness. I can tell you that simply because I've seen it. We've traveled the globe. There's just way too many stories. If people are listening on the outside of this hall and they think, do you have historical proof for that? I believe we have historical proof that he rose from the dead, but I have far more than that. We have personal proof because we've heard way too many stories around the world. People, he rose, he did. It's all done. Jesus is Lord of this universe. So wherever you came from, if you came from Coffs Harbour, you came from Adelaide, you came from Darwin, you came from Kuala Lumpur, you came from Auckland, I don't care where you came from, you go back home and you rise. You rise in your community, you rise in your family, you rise in your home, you rise at work, because the strong arms of Jesus Christ are going to lift you higher than you'll ever dream that you could go. Fly, Eagle. It's time to fly. And I just ask the Lord now in this place, Lord, fill us. Come into this room. Come into this place now. I sense you being here all the time. But I'm asking you to come in even more power right now. Come over this place and just fill us with your glory. Wash us in our hearts. For those people in this room who know that they need to rise, they don't have to wait till tomorrow. If you need to confess something before the Lord, don't wait till tomorrow when He rose. Rise right now. And get up on the strong wings of the Lord and feel His presence all over you. The earth will be filled with the clouds of His glory.